Definitely, I would say just try to read the defense. I think the first half they're playing me pretty strong, and PBA is a pretty physical league, which surprised me, which is pretty good. And that first half we kind of got off to a slow start, and then at the halftime, coach really got after us, and telling us we got to sprint back and play harder, and that's one thing that I try to do. I try to say to myself, let's try to be a leader and get the guys going. And I hit a couple big shots, couple threes, and really started feeling it. And I was just happy we got that win. That was a big win for us.
Right. Well, Shabazz, when you have that type of game, obviously you mentioned a while ago that you were surprised a bit with the physicality of the PBA. Was that a thing that you had to adjust to? Because I'm sure you've heard about it. I'm sure you've talked about it with some of the guys before you came on over. But then how was that first experience after getting that first hit and a non-call at that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say, obviously, my first game, we played the best team, I think, in the PBA. And, they were physical from the jump. And I noticed the refs let you play out here, which is could be a good thing as well, They let you play the game, and sometimes they're not having guys go to the line as much. So it's a physical game out there, and I'm just happy to be being a part of it, and and that's it.
Right. Well, Coach Willie has something for you.
Shabazz, how did your teammates help you adjust to the physicality in this PBA league?
Yeah, definitely. A couple of my teammates told me that it was pretty physical, but I was kind of like, okay, let me see what they're talking about. In the first game, those guys kind of, they let them hold and everything else, which I don't have a problem with. But I definitely had to adapt to it and adjust to it. And, my teammates did a great job, showing me the plays and really adapting to the physicality. And I think now in the third game, I'm pretty used to it now and know how to adapt through it.
I'm very curious about this. Coach Willie, I think you can help me out here. So, Coach Willie, when you talk to imports, when you talk to guys coming into the league for the very first time, how would you describe the physicality? And let's see whether or not Shabazz agrees with you.
Well, it would be accustomed to wrestling. I don't know if you've ever wrestled. I don't know if you ever wrestled in high school or college, but I mean, and speaking of wrestling and defense and physical play, I was actually one of those players. So if ever I was going to be guarding you, knowing how athletic you are and how skilled you are with the ball in your hands, being able to shoot the three. I mean, you play similar to a James Harden type game. I would have to put my hands on you a little bit just to try to keep up and slow you down. So that's a sign of respect.
Shabazz, is that accurate to you?
Yeah, definitely. No, I say the same thing. I mean, I think I've definitely adjusted this third game. I'm happy I was able to get 3 games under my belt before the playoffs, because I can imagine the playoffs is going to be even more physical. But that first game definitely I had an adjustment on that, and they refs let you play out here, and that could be a good thing.
Yeah, I definitely see that. And Shabazz, you've had a chance to take a look at some of the players here. Are there any ones in particular that impress you the most? Let's start off from your team, though, because I've seen a few interviews. You're very impressed with the IQ of Terrence Romeo. What else do you look at when you look at your team? What are weapons there that really makes you smile knowing that it's in your arsenal?
Yeah, definitely. I would say, I have a lot of help here. I mean, Terrence Romeo is a great point guard. Our big fella is really good as well. 5-time MVP, and it makes it a lot easier for me. I don't have to go out there, and obviously if I get it really hot, I can get it cooking. But during the playoffs, I think it's going to be a big factor that we have a lot of guys who can contribute. On offense and both defense on both floors. You look at Chris Ross as well. That last couple possessions on defense was tremendous for us. And we all had a team effort then. And like I said, going to the playoffs, you really have to buckle down, and everybody has to play their best basketball.
You talked about the pep talk that you got from Coach Leo. Talk to me a little bit about his coaching style. How has he actually helped put you in position to have that huge explosion schematically in the second half?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think he's done a great job at playing me at the 3, and then also playing me some at the 4, and also some at the 1 and 2. Pick and roll and stuff like that, getting downhill and getting our shooters open and our big fella opportunities down there. And I think he's done a great job with my versatility, and I really like playing for this team and really enjoying it.
Shabazz, all the San Miguel Beermen fans are very, very excited every time you hit the floor. But we are also curious about your plans moving forward, because in a recent interview also you did mention that the dream is still to make it back to the NBA. Can you talk a bit about that roadmap that you have in your mind in terms of making it back there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's a great start being here. I mean, there's always eyes. There's a lot of eyes right now with scouts and watching me over here. So that's one thing that I don't take for granted. And being able to play in the PBA is still a great honor, and I really appreciate being able to play in this league. And I feel like every time I'm on the court, I'm showing everybody how good I am and why I'm an NBA player. So that's one thing that I try to do in everything when I'm on the court. So. Like I said, just trying to have that motivation and obviously just have that motivation to get back into the league and play there.
That's great. So what can the fans expect for the rest of the conference from you, Shabazz Muhammad, and the rest of the SMB?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have some momentum going in. We were talking earlier. We were like, man, I wish we'd have played in like 2 or 3 more days. I mean, we had some momentum going in, with that big win, but. I think we're gonna just play hard. I mean, it's a lot of moving pieces going on right now. We're watching closely with the remainder of the games. I think we're in 3rd place right now, which is really good. But I think it could be some shifting. So we just have to be ready for a battle and be ready for whoever comes at us and ready to win.